Hello and good evening. Sumo Froggie back here for a build and chill. Very nice to be back. It's been a little while. Really grateful for everybody's patience. If you've been looking out for a video, I got my hands on hopefully 12 different minifigs, but let's crack them open and see what we actually have today. I did actually use an app to help identify. You scan the barcode. Oh, can we do it? Yeah. And then, so there I was standing in the store, sorting through 3 big boxes of the minifigs. But here we are. We have 12. I think I have all 12. I really like, my favorite one is the F1 Academy. That's so far the one I like the best color-wise. Maybe because it's like purple. I don't know. The official F1 is kind of cool. It's grey. Yeah, okay, maybe not as exciting. But it's there. We'll see what we've got. So let's start with this box. Is there a nice way to open these? Or do I just like hulk it? I wonder if anybody has any preferences for how they like to open minifigs. I don't know. I try and be tender with the boxes, if that makes sense. But yeah, I do have a blade, but let's do it like everyone else does. Okay. I heard with these new boxes, the issue was people were shucking like oysters to find out what's inside. Oh, okay, I kind of want to. I think I'll try and break it across this seam. Hey there, Bobby Melon Play. Nice to see you. Thanks for joining. Ooh, maybe is this Haas? I think this is Haas. Oh, it's so little. Look at that. It's so cute. Look how cute that is. Wow. I wonder how long it'll take to build one. Okay. So I guess that's these are the 12. Yeah, that looks like a Haas red helmet. Yeah, see what I mean? The purple. We'll get there. It's really nice with a little pinky purple fuchsia. Oh no. Is this the Ferrari? This is the Ferrari. Oh, hang on. Yeah. No? I'm confused here. Red, white. Which car is this? White nose, red. But there's no Ferrari logo. That's interesting. I could rescan this box, actually. Maybe I'll try and keep the models with the box and we can do a double check scan at the end. All right, let's go building. What have we got here? Do we start with the base? We build up the nose. Nose, yeah, that goes here. Yeah, interesting that there's no Ferrari there. I don't think this car is here. That's super weird. All right, helmet's pretty easy. This is a faceless head. No face. Interesting. In it goes. And faceless head goes onto this piece here. And that sits in the middle of the cockpit. We want to do let's do the wheels. They're always fun. I think it doesn't really matter which way these go. Are these the super softs? These are the soft compound. Okay, we have 4 wheels. That's a good. build the wing. Now we do the halo. We take the clip with the hoop. In it goes. And it attaches to the front there. That's cute. It's like very low down. And let's put the wheels on. Ah, we need to put the little axles in. So these are, can't really see them with the light there. They're the pins, the half pin, half cross axle thing. In they go. Got wheels. Now, head is in. Halo is in. Was there more to the front nose? No. Okay. Front nose there. And things go on the side. So, it is a Ferrari. Jeez, look at me. These are the side parts. There is a difference. Okay, so maybe I should flip all these pieces over before I make any guesses. But this is easy enough to fix. Hey, so we have a Ferrari. Oh, I was panicking. I'm like, what do I do? Although I have to say, I think Lego customer service is excellent. If you've, let's say, if there's missing parts, you can just write to them and there's a form you can fill and you just have to specify like what bag is missing or what parts from what step. It's pretty good, I think. Pretty good. Yeah, Ferrari. How's the Ferrari strategy lately? Let's not talk about things that make us sad. Anyone excited for the final race showdown this season? Yeah, I don't know. I have my opinions. I might be a little bit too biased here. I am a fan of one driver in particular, and I'm a little bit sad with how it's gotten. You can probably work out who that driver is. Let's just say he's one of the three, but not the favorite at the moment. So that's a bit sad. Okay, so that's a cute little assembly. Oh, it's quite flexy. There's more pieces here. And we got to put a ramp at the back. Okay, put the Ferrari on the back there. Is that it? Are we done? I think that's everything. So put the halo on, put the wheels on, got the helmet in, wing on, back of the airbox there, side boxes, nose. Hey, roll hoop. And look at that. First one done. How long was that? 6 minutes? 7 minutes? So at that rate, with 12, we'll probably just be over an hour. But that's fine. Let's hang and build. This is super cute. All right, I'll keep them in the box. I think the instructions are pretty generic. Maybe I can use this guy to mark off what I have. Let's get a pen. All right, trusty old Sharpie. So we have a Ferrari. That's a tick. Ferrari on Ferrari. And we have some leftover pieces here. Just good to have. For now, I will keep them in the box. Let's do that. I think that's a nice little container there. Okay, Ferrari. What do we have next? Let's take from the corner here. Any guesses? I will say this is the Red Bull. Is this the Red Bull? Will I get this right? I mean, look, I could check with the app again, but I've totally forgotten what's what. What? Oh, no. Yes. It is my favorite. Look how cool those colors are. This is the Academy, Formula One Academy. Just look how cool that is. It's so cool. Do I need the instructions? That's the real question. Let's just have another set. I'm a forgetful person sometimes. Well, after the burnout, my brain has not worked the same. Okay, F1 Academy. Let's put you here. Apparently, there's some good options if you want to make your own, like, how do I say, grid, like a grid display of this. I can look up those instructions, and yeah, I think it'd be nice. What actually might be nice is framing this. So getting like a deep frame, and then I don't know how I'd mount these because there's no. I think there's there, but I could probably put a bit of double-sided tape and stick it down. Yeah. Oh, hello. Is that Josefina? Is it a huh or a yeah or a j? Thank you. I'm sure I'd like your voice too. I haven't heard it yet. I don't know how you do like a live chat with the audience. Do I need to be on another platform? How does that work? I did see some options in the community thing. Like you can apparently have like live react as a thing. Haven't got there yet. One of these days. But I'll try and keep that voice sounding good. I have to say, it might be the processing. I have, thanks to Rode, I've got their Rodecaster Duo, and I still find this disembodied, faceless head freaky. And thanks to them, I have been able to get a very nice voice. They gave me a pretty nice mic. Oh, look, it's also got the new narrow slot helmet. So I think maybe 2 years ago, they went to a narrower slot visor for safety, to improve safety above and below the helmet, like chin and forehead, which is super cool. That's really nice that they want to keep people alive. Oh, no, this is a chat section. Welcome to the chat. I don't know how that works. I think once the video is done and then it gets uploaded again, then it becomes a comment section. Yeah, I'm trying this new low latency mode. Well, it's not new. New to me, low latency mode, because I normally run it like normal buffering. So there's, I think, like a 30-second delay. But this one, I don't know what the delay is. I could actually do a test. So, okay, 5 seconds. Put that there. Okay. Yeah, it's like 6, 7, 8 seconds. Under 10, which is really nice. So now, when I say stuff, I can kind of reply sooner than later. Because it's kind of a bit weird, because then like I reply 30 seconds later and I've kind of moved on. I think ultra low latency is if you really want to have like more chat, like more instantaneous chat. But I do not trust my internet connection. Okay. Oh, you've got a king symbol next to you, Josefina. Are you the chat king because you've made 2 comments? All right. Whee! Hey, these roll really nicely. I'd love to do like a marble run. Someone should do a marble run with these. Like, see who wins the race. Maybe put like a bit of weight in the tip there. Okay, let's build the box. How did we do that? Did they tell us? They did. Okay, we have to stack that. It's kind of weird. I guess it's step 2. It goes in the bottom. Oh, okay, in we go. Let's put perpendicular. circular, and then we put that there. So yeah, we have the. Is that meant to be like the T camera? Maybe. I don't know why. Like, what if I rotate it this way? Like, does that look weird? Let's take it out and do it. If I rotate it this way, right, in line, and then I pop it in. It's falling apart. Like, doesn't that look better than this? I know the instructions say to do it like this, but it kind of makes more sense. Like, that's the F1 box. I suppose this is meant to be like the T camera on top of the airbox. Hello, Mark. How you doing? Yeah, these are surprise boxes. So I guess Minifigs kind of beat Pop Mart, or maybe Pop Mart stole the idea. Hey, Van. Maybe Pop Mart stole the idea from Lego Minifigures. The only difference is there is a barcode at the bottom here, QR code, and you can, can you see it? You can scan it with an app and work out what's there. And they basically developed this because people were going into stores and you used to be able to, they were in plastic bags, so you could kind of feel out what was in there, but people are ripping these open in store looking for the minifigures they want. So yeah, it's kind of blind box in a way, but there is a way around it. Look at how gorgeous these colors are. I love the purple and the, like, is it fuchsia, pink, and then this sort of aqua blue. I wonder if these are colors from Lego Friends. I think they are. Look at that. Whee! Okay, cool. Okay, yeah, okay. These are like these are the wheel covers. So they're similar pink. I thought this was the tire type, but it matches the body color. Okay, one more done. 10 to go. Let's store the extra parts. Yes, I used everything. You know what? I'm gonna make a note inside the box. I think that's better. Then I can line them up. So that's Ferrari. That's the Academy. Is that how you spell Academy? Academy with a Y. What do you know? Still learning how to spell all these years later. How many do I have? I have all 12. I think I have all 12. I think I did my best to get all 12. So I stood there at 3 in the morning at the 24-hour shop, sorting through all of these, lining them up. At first, I tried to sort them by a certain number. There's this code here, like 514S5, 109S5, but that's not, it's this code here apparently, the 02711 006086. That's the one that tells you what's in what. Okay, so we have, oh yeah, I could actually do this. I could put the car on the thing. I don't know if it'll fit, but we can put it over here for now. All right, we have 10 left. Let's guess. What have we got here? Mercedes, Haas, Red Bull, McLaren, Aston Martin. Is it still Alpine? Is it RB Cash App? Is that what that was? Okay, let's say RB Cash App. That's formerly Toro Rosso, and then formerly, what's the other? What did it get called? Hey, Red Bull. Okay. Well, I was close. I thought it was the junior team, but it's the senior team. Oh, look at this. So the visor is actually a piece that slots into the helmet. So normally for like other minifigs, you can attach the visor and then you can open and close it. But I guess to keep it sleek and so parts don't go fly off, it's sort of built in. Super cool. All right. Let's talk about this. Let's write it down. Red Bull. Red Bull. Because what I will do is I will compare all the codes later. Okay, let's do axles because I know how to do that. I think I'm getting pretty good with these instructions. I should be able to build one of these without looking at instructions by the end of, hopefully, the third one, which is this one. Head goes in, head goes into that. What? I am a bit clumsy. Maybe I should zoom in. This is quite small. Is it in? Yeah, there we go. It's in. Let's do wheels. These are relatively small. Yeah, what is the fun fact? Lego is the largest tire manufacturer in the world. It's a lot of rubber. They make so many of these rubber wheels, tires. So they can call themselves that. Just like Volkswagen apparently is the largest sausage manufacturer in the world because they have like this currywurst sausage that they make. Okay, question, which way does this wing go? Okay, pointing down. I mean, I could open all the boxes and I could theoretically pick out all the pieces. Yeah, that would be the chaos mode. And look, I could actually open all of them, label them, and then dump them. That works too. I'll do that. I'll open 3 at a time. How about that? And then we'll have 6 left, and then we can go like all 6 chaos. See what happens. What was the order here? So that goes, no, that goes in the bottom. And then we have the spiky bit goes there. And then it goes in sideways. Oh, let's put this. Where did you go? Oh, it's red. I was looking for a blue one. Let's put the back of the box, air box in there. I'd love someone to make like a 1 to 10 scale of this, or even like a 1 to 5 scale, and then actually design an engine that would fit into this space. That would be pretty fun. Okay, the back of the head goes in. Let's do the front wing real fast. Yeah, still. Okay, let's do halo. Click. So simple, so nice. Side pods. Yeah, let's put the halos down. And back piece. Yeah, this really fooled me for the front nose. I think we are done. Yeah. Ooh. Oh, not so many spares with the Red Bull. Why'd you look at that? Okay, so where are you, Red Bull? Ferrari, Mercedes, Red Bull. Okay. You are done. Academy. Okay, we're doing 3. We're doing chaos. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. I will open them, label them, and then dump everything out. And then let's see what happens. We could have fun and we can make like a hybrid team. Okay, we have... There's 2. This is green and black, which means this is... Is it Sauber? Not Cash App. Was it Sauber Cash App? No, that was Red Bull Cash App. Strike. Let's put Sauber. Okay, that's Sauber. Oh. Are these even the same green? I'm starting to not like this plan. Okay, so this has a black front wing. This is Aston Martin, I believe. I will double check the colors. Aston. Okay. I think that's how you spell Aston Martin. Forgive me, all Englishmen. Okay. Pop. McLaren. Nice. Is it chaos? Should I do like the casino shuffle? Well, that's one pile. 2 piles. Oh, I think mine are 3 piles. Okay. Oh, that's a good point. Are there Legos left in the instructions? No. So many instructions. It's a downside with the minifigs. Like, they just print the one instructions for the series, and then you got to just kind of work that out. Yeah. Which makes sense. I mean, saves paper, right? Okay. But if I had more space, I could open all the boxes at once. I'm getting a lot of spare axles here. I think these are slightly different greens. Ever so slightly. Yeah, okay. So Sauber is a little lighter. And it's not coming up. These are a bit darker in person. I think the lights sort of... And Aston Martin is a bit of a deeper green. It's like... I don't know if they're a British racing green. But I think they're in that direction of a British racing green. That's why it's like a darker green. And I think that, was it Stake Sauber or something? Stake like an online gambling platform. Something like that. It's kind of cool seeing the piles of these, actually. That would be a really nice setup. Cracking open all 12 and like just having the 12 different color piles in one shot. Let's do that with the 6 afterwards. Also, we'll have a bit more space because this will be open. Yeah, they're pretty close, I'd have to say. Like, I guess there's limitation to the manufacturing capabilities, but also I think they have enough money to make custom dyes, custom colors for the plastics. But yeah, it's pretty close. Like Ferrari red, Red Bull blue, kind of has this deeper blue, and then I actually don't know. F1 Academy is basically all the teams plus I think 2 extras, and they basically run 1 woman per car. And maybe the demo car is like this, but there is no official car that is this color. It would be cool. I'd love to see that. We can only hope. Where were we? Let's do wheels. Yeah. What's nice about these, you can go back to front to back. Doesn't really matter because it's just like the rubber is just uniform either way. Okay, that's the wheels done. Actually kind of cool, just like look at that. Oh, that's fun. Yeah, that would be a fun setup, like lining everything up. Disembodied Formula One driver. Just the head. Just head. And let's do the halo. That's the side pod. That's the wing. Where did I put the things? Have I mixed everything up? Is this what chaos has got me? Okay, that's Aston Martin. Let's build their front wing while we're here. That's Sauber. Where's the other side piece? Ah, it's here. It's black. That threw me off. So that's black with green. And that's green with yellow. Wow, come on, baby. Yeah, look at that autofocus stress out. So that's the front wing. We can put the sides on this. Ah, that's fun because you can leave the wing off, like your because you can change wings mid-race. So it's fun to lay it out that way. That's the wing. You can't change the rear wing though. Now, is that yes? So it looks like that's the triangle points in. Seems to be the logic there. Let's put that guy on. We'll put that one on. Load up the wing. We put the back of the airbox. Okay, so this is like fundamentally black with green highlights. Is the approach they've taken with this one. It's pretty cool how Lego has gone about this collab with F1. They have like, oh my God, they've got their big cars. So they've got the big Lego Technics. They've got 4 of them now. The McLaren, the Mercedes, the Ferrari, and the Red Bull. I've built the Ferrari. I've built the Mercedes. I have the McLaren. I don't like Red Bull very much emotionally right now. So maybe if Max wins this year, I might go and buy it. But I just missed the like Black Friday sale. It was like killer cheap price. Okay, so we tick off that guy. Let's tick this guy off and this one. So that's one done. And we have some leftover bits. Let's make a pile of those over here. Aston Martin. Is there a fast way to build these tires? All right. I think you can just sort of press down on it. Yeah. Front wing. Let's put the head in the thing. What I used to do when I had like some kits get you to build like, you know, I think the London bus has something like, I don't know, 15 or 20 seats, maybe 20 plus seats. So I would just production line it and line them all up and then do the same step for like the 20 seats. Hello, good to see you, Luffy. Luffy? If you're speaking Finnish. How you doing? Welcome back. And also welcome back to me. I have needed time away. It's actually super interesting kind of journey getting on YouTube, and I'm sure many of you know this, but like we really take it for, like I really took it for granted, the demands just of like managing the equipment, not even the social part. Like I'm not even there yet. These, you know, Instagram and other platforms and even just on YouTube. But okay, black halo. Oof. Thought I lost the halo there. But yeah, it's the running, like trying to manage the stream at the same time as building and all this. Then I had issues with lighting. But I'm working it out. Yeah, I'm doing a lot better now. Hey. I think the biggest thing is like learning how to prioritize myself and well-being. That was huge. So it was good. I took some time off to work that stuff out and really grateful. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Video's good? Yay. I got this little Sony camera and like autofocus is nuts. Boop. Yeah. I'm trying bounce lighting this time. I think this is the ZV-E10. So it has an interchangeable lens. The ZV-1 doesn't. It's a fixed lens. They've come out with another one now, but it does a good job. Yeah, Sony. And I'm going through, what are those? It's actually like a streaming interface. It's not a camera capture card. So I bought it because I can also like, I don't know, hook up a console, and then through the console I can live stream. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's something I want to do, but let's see. Maybe I should play like Lego games. I don't know if this channel should just become like just Lego. But I want to build other stuff. I have a bunch of stuff. For example, this is the JHS, not a Dumble. It is a build your own guitar pedal. So basically it's like, whoop, let me just drop everything. Yeah, I won't open it, but it's in a Ziploc bag, but you can snap these off and then you put it together, and they've given a housing so it lives in there. Yeah. So I could do that. But that is for another day. I kind of set a goal to do like 10 Lego videos, one other video, like other build. But let's see what the ratio is, because I also have like a bunch of remote control car stuff I really want to build. Again, being a bit of a Formula One, finished Lego. I don't know if there's finished Lego. There is, like, people have designed, I have seen people designing sets of local landmarks. That's pretty common, like people doing MOCs of things. There's a church in Helsinki that there used to be a people or something. I forgot the name of the shop, but it was people. I don't know. Maybe someone can correct me, but I don't know if it's gone out of business or moved. But in their shop window in the center of town, they used to have like a Lego Helsinki thing going, which was super cute. It was really nice. But yeah, I think their Lego's quite expensive compared to, there's this big store, actually, funnily enough, where I buy my Legos, that have very good discounts. And because they're a big retailer, I call them like the Amazon of Finland. I don't know if they'll like that. But they have very good rates and prices, and generally like they're about 5% cheaper. So it's also interesting to know what margins Lego is running on. And yeah, it's a good place to buy Legos. Like I got a pretty good deal at Black Friday. I bought the P1 McLaren. I cannot wait to build that. I'm not sure if I should just build that next, or I should just slow down and chill. Yeah. This verkkokauppa, or online store. Finland has a thing about naming companies after the very thing that it is. So, kone or cone, if you read it like English word, is a elevator manufacturer that does escalators and people flow and all this stuff. And kone literally means machine in Finnish. So it makes sense to call your shop like online store. It's the full name's like verkkokauppa.com. It's like onlinestore.com. So anyway, it's, yeah, I have seen that display there. It's pretty nuts. It's basically a bunch of sets plus some MOCs maybe. Whee. Okay, have I ticked you off? Yes, McLaren. So is that everything on the car? Have I put everything on the car? There's some extra stuff here. What does it look like with this on the front? Okay, it looks stupid. So let's not do that. Yeah, but it's so good to see like Lego installations, and I don't know if they've now sort of taken over the Lego market, because we don't have an official Lego store in Finland. Actually, I don't think we have many official stores. So like we don't have an Apple store, for example. The market's just not big enough, but we have resellers. So that seems to be the way. All right, all 6. Let's go insane. Okay. Let's say we have the Mercedes. Do we have the Mercedes? Oh, I'm getting a Red Bull Team 2 vibe. No! We have the Haas. Okay. So, you has to go here. What? Slap. I feel like, do they do this in gambling? All right, let's write this Haas. Ooh, that's silver. Haas. Yes and no. I mean, I think it's like 600,000 people. So what have we got here? We've got the Red Bull second team. Alpha Tauri, that was the name. Yeah, but I like to think of it as like a little big city. So everything's very grand, but then you can walk across the whole city in like half an hour. Wait, what? Ah, this is the official F1 car. This is the Haas. Whoops. I was wrong. Time to fix this. So this is F1 and this is Haas. I could have just done this from the beginning. Thanks for the idea, Josefina. All right. You go over there. Another instruction in the pile. Alpine. Alpine? Alpine or Mercedes? I do. I don't know if they'll let me be a Finn. That's the real question. But apparently Finland doesn't exist. We have the second Red Bull car. So I think were they Alpha Tauri? Let's just go Alpha Tauri, Toro Rosso, Red Bull number 2. It's like they took a poop. Yeah. All right. Some space here. Okie doke. Okay, Mercedes, Alpine. What have we got left? Mercedes, Alpine, or Williams? Mercedes. Have I got a guess right? No, I haven't got a guess right. That's fine. This is why I don't like blind boxes. Williams. I think this is Williams. Yes. W for Williams. Let's get... Whoop. Lost a tie up. Okay. Williams. Deep down, I want to bag like the 3 mini pieces into little Ziploc bags and label them and put them in a bigger bag. But yeah, okay. Mercedes? Or is this Mercedes? Let's go Mercedes. Probably get this wrong. I have a 1 in 2 chance. Can I get it? Will I get it? Alpine. I had it right, actually. I initially said this was Merc. Okay, well, don't take any gambling advice from me because I can't guess for shit. Also, don't gamble. Like, please, you don't need to. Get your thrills from, like, I don't know, chicken nuggets. Okay. Yep, Mercedes. Where you want to go? Let's move you guys. Let's line you up at the screen there. Well, the good thing is I got all 12 cars and I did not get any repeats. And that is wonderful because I would not want to pay a bit more money because it's a bit hard to sell a pack once you've opened it, basically. Let's label this box. Oh, how do I ASMR? I've never. I won't. I'm so sorry. Merc. Maybe I should read some lullabies. The itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. I don't know what happened. It flooded. Did that guy have insurance? What happened to that spider? All right, so we have Mercedes. We now have Alpine. We have Haas. We have F1. We have Williams. And we have the second Red Bull team. I will just tick them off because I can. And tick. And tick. 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 And tick. Hey! These were Pokemon. I have got them all. Now, you know what? Let's do some let's do some organizing. We'll put the chassis on the left, or my left. I don't know how it looks for you guys. I think it's left. I think I've got this set up pretty accurately. Chassis on the left. Ooh, should I pre-stack the rubber, or do I pre-assemble the rubber or not? Let's go 1, 2. Let's do it in a grid, 2 by 2. Thank you. Yeah. Thanks, Luffy. Okay, we'll do 1, 2. It's kind of cool. Actually, geez, I would buy all 12 again to do like an exploded laid out parts view and then the finished one next to it. That's like the, what is it? Organized neatly, tidy. What, there's a whole like a hashtag about this. Oh, there's a red. Where is the what? Red for for what? Okay, front wing goes there. That puts the head there. The halo. Let's put the halo clip like this. Ooh, do we want to put the wing sideways? No, let's not spend too much time. Tidying airbox is there. Nose cone. What? So we can put the nose cone like this. 1. It's a good question. I grew up having quite strong opinions about this. Like, I think I loved Ferrari, like Formula One wise. I love Ferrari, and that made me love the car brand. And I had a model of the F50 and posters of it. And so I don't know, but everybody it's like everybody loves Ferrari, you know. So it's interesting one because they're also very protective about their brand as well. That's what I've come to learn. Like, people have done custom jobs on Ferraris, and Ferrari's like, look, we're not a car manufacturer, we're a fashion brand. Or I forgot how it was not worded. And so they complained about customization. Okay, the red is. And I think the famous one is the dead mouse Ferrari was like, it had a Nine cat sticker job or vinyl wrap. Ferrari were like, oh, you're destroying our IP and brand and all this, and you're degrading the brand. And so basically they have to get into the rhythm of suing people. Otherwise they can't claim ownership of the brand or the prestige of the brand or something. So that's a bit of a downside. And then they do things like they don't let you buy the cars if you upset them, and it's insane. I don't know if I'll ever be in a position to buy a Ferrari, but yeah, I don't know if they go back through your social media. So maybe I need to keep this kind of anonymous. But Ferrari's pretty good. Oh, look, I was a big General Motors Holden fan. I didn't realize it was basically an American company being run out of Australia, but what I heard was General Motors, Holden, which is now dead. Like, they've killed the brand, which is really sad because quite a lot of the cars in the US were built off some of those platforms and the technology and the research that was done. So it's kind of sad to see them sort of dead. And they were really they were doing good things in terms of developing multi-platform, multi-platform cars. So one chassis design could basically, this was the Commodore, I think it was the VE Commodore, one chassis could basically make 5 different cars, and they could lengthen the front, the rear, or the middle bit, and they could make like a utility truck with a longer rear axle, same front, same middle, or they could make like a stretch version in the middle and make this, they called it the Statesman. It was a, how do I put it? Um, it's kind of like an S class. So longer wheelbase, comfortable back, like bigger back seat, and that kind of thing. And then what else did they do? Yeah, I love the Ute. And then had a regular sedan. And Bumblebee from Transformers is the Camaro is built on that VE chassis. And I don't know if they went to the VF later, but Bumblebee is an Australian car. Engineering wise, the Chevy Camaro. So Australia had a thing called the Monaro, which was I don't know if it was like an Australian version of the Camaro back in the 60s or 70s, whenever the Camaro came out, Monaro. But that was sort of a beloved Australian, how do you say, muscle car? Because, Australia needs muscle cars. Yeah. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. What else? Low key, I've grown to love like Subaru and Toyota as I've gotten older. And what is it? Subaru, Toyota. I think Toyota owns Subaru, like a chunk of it now. And they did like the BRZ or the AE86 or the 86, which was sort of a what's this, Williams? A remake of an old classic. But it's more like a two-door sports car than a two-door hatchback, three-door hatchback. Yeah, the Bumblebee thing, it's nuts. Like I was like, I kind of liked the movie just because of the car. I was like, yeah, it's Holden. Yeah, and of course, General Motors also owned Saab at one stage. They owned Opel. So they did a lot of development with those companies, and Germany and Sweden. And of course, General Motors drove Saab into the ground. It's really sad. I don't think they exist as a car company now. They make trucks, they make planes. Yeah. Toyota guy, look, got a Camry. It was comfortable. Servicing was easy. Do you know what made that car good? The dealer network. Like the whole infrastructure around repairing and servicing the car was so good. And also things like resale value, sold the car again and got good money back. Yeah, it's nuts. You don't realize these things until you get older. So like dream cars, it was like, Ferrari, Lamborghini, all the classic, like the Lamborghini Miura. And then you had like Lotus. I loved Lotuses. They were so cool looking. But I grew up with this saying my uncles used to have, which was Lotus, lots of trouble, usually serious. And then Fiat was like, fix it again, Tony. So cars have reputations, and they had quite interesting reputations around reliability. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say no to a Toyota. Like the GR Yaris is bloody cool. And a Finn, Kalle Rovanperä, won, I think, 2 WRC championships in a Toyota. And this is a nice segue back to Formula One. I think he's trying to get into F1. I really hope he does. So Toyota's sort of helping him. He's going to do Super Formula in Japan. And hopefully he gets to Formula One, and Formula One will have a second Finn, or maybe after Valtteri Bottas sort of retires, we'll have another Finn in F1. Oh yeah, Chevrolet was made by... Yeah, I don't know if the Swiss do cars. That's a really good question. We could look it up. Like Finland doesn't do cars, but they do trucks. They got this one brand called Sisu. And yeah, I don't know if they're good trucks, but I think they like designed for really rough weather. What was this? This is Red Bull 2. Yes. So yeah, I mean, they may be built for Nordic conditions. I don't know if I've seen that many on the road, actually. Okay, right. Yeah, so nothing in Switzerland. Yeah, I mean, to have an automotive industry, you need shipping. And is Switzerland landlocked? Or do they have a port? My geography of Europe is weak the moment. So that's like a big part of transportation and especially exporting the cars. I mean, you either need a very strong domestic market. So like the US with their 300 million, 200 million people has a very strong domestic market. And so they can afford to just sell locally. Oh, what? The Alpine has 2 different colored tires. What do we got? We have pink at the rear, blue at the front. I love that. Okay, let's do blue at the front. Yeah, landlocked. Right. I mean, the watch industry thing is huge. There's also a part of, I think it's southeast or southeast France, Besançon, which is like a horological town, which I giggled at when I heard that. But apparently that means watchmaking. Horology is clocks or timepieces, timekeeping. I'm not sure. I have to Google that. So yeah, like the Swiss have incredible like manufacturing skills. Also like very good engineering. I think some of the best engineering schools in the world also in Switzerland. So yeah, imagine what a Swiss car could be. Okay, Halo. Nice. This could almost be a cover photo. Yeah, right. Geneva, yeah. Yeah, French Chinese, yeah. Apparently excellent shooters, from what I heard. Very good marksman. Where does this go? This will go here. I've never been to Switzerland. I would love to go. I'd love to drive that region. That would be fantastic. In a very reliable, like fun little sports car. That would be a dream, I think. I think that's sort of one argument why Italians were making very fun cars, because they had very nice roads to drive. Yeah. Yeah, it's on the list. I think I should drive there. I've been thinking about driving from Finland down south, and then seeing, but maybe something for the summer. I personally would love to go to Le Mans, the 24-hour of Le Mans, but I think like tickets sell out within the first couple of hours or something, and then camping, I got to work all of that out. I mean, I have a tent, but I think it would be, if it rains, horrendous. Yeah, Finland's pretty good. You should come visit. It's cold. Well, it's not that cold right now. We just have rain. We don't have snow right now. Just rain. Rain, rain, rain. It's been like plus. It's super weird. Yeah, there is. I think I saw something about a new train. Does it go from Denmark or Stockholm? I think there was. My friend has taken an overnight train, and yeah, it would be so fun. I love trains. We have an overnight train to the north of Finland here, and you can load your car on one of the carriages, and then you can like get a bunk room, or you can just sit in a seat for 13 hours. But I got a bunk room, and it was can recommend. You actually get to lie down. Yeah. Moikku nuska. Moikka. Hello. Moikku. Okay. Testing my Finnish here, which is terrible, by the way. I'm not going to say what I know in Finnish. I might get removed from YouTube. Or I don't know what happens. I think it's been after 20 minutes, 30 seconds. So, yeah, sleeper trains are like, I'd love to take different sleeper trains around the world. That would be very fun. What's the longest train journey you've ever taken? mine might be the 36. Even like in other countries, when I've done like across the peninsula kind of thing, it's like 8 hours. So it's not as intense. How long have I been sorting Lego now? Like 20 minutes, 30 minutes? We'll get to building. I wonder if I should try and like speed run each one, but speed run is no fun. Red Wing. I think they've done like is it a Star Wars minifigure now series? Ooh, red with white. Is that the same as a Ferrari? Are these interchangeable? Yeah, almost. Basically. Okay, no. Difference being, that's a black visor, and this is a red visor. Very subtle. Very subtle. Who makes these decisions? Is it a team? Is it like 2 people? Does it have to go to the board? Like, is there like what's the decision structure in Lego like? That would be cool to know. Or do I not want to like pop the fantasy of like actually finding out what the hell goes on in Lego? Just imagine that it's like wonderful little fairies building toys for children. Like Santa's workshop, but with rights and labor laws and unions. Okay, one can go there. Oh, we need the side pods. Head or wing. Yes. I love the logos. And then we get halo, gripper. What do we have? 1, 2, 3. Okay, there seems to be like an average of 3 parts extra per box. Oh, we have 6 made. You know what? Let's do this. I have not actually. I almost went to Legoland in the UK, but then my stomach didn't like me that day. And I spent that day on the toilet instead of at Legoland. But what I did get was a puzzle set, which was super cool. And it was like one of the surprise minifigures. Okay, we have... after 20 minutes, 30 minutes, we have laid everything out. We'll move these boxes to the side. Have you had a chance to go Legoland? Yeah, Denmark in Billund. I might actually have enough points. I don't know if they still do it. So on the Lego store, if you have enough points, you can actually like, how do you put it? You can buy a ticket with your Lego points. But I really want to go to that Lego house there. That would be fun. And I guess if I drive south, I've heard the route is to drive over to Sweden, drive down through Denmark, and then I can drive through like Netherlands and Europe. So take a ferry to Sweden. There is a ferry to Germany, but can be a bit costly. Oh, that's so cool. There's a Legoland in Germany? Amazing. Amazing. Very jealous, but also super happy for you. Cool. 6 assembled, 6 unassembled. I could end the video here, but let's put them together. So we put you guys to the side. Should I arrange them in current constructors order? Some people have been doing that, but they take like the bigger ones, the Speed Champ series, and then they make that. Okay, well, I wonder if I should do it all the same. So helmet. Oh, is that? Why don't you want to go in? Okay. Ooh, this red with the white. That's nice. And the silver. I like that. I like the F1 one. Got it. Okay, that's the helmet. We do the helmet at the back. Okay. Yeah, I wonder if I should get another 12 or like at least the thing and do it like a full grid and lay it out. Like some people, I've seen them, they make like a running championship. So they stack the cars on the wall like, okay, who's leading and who's second and third and so on. What do we want to do next? We want to do front wings. Okay. Front wings. Yeah. It's like a factory. Minifigure F1 factory. Have to say thanks to Josefina for this idea. I don't think I could have done all 12. I felt like I was a bit over my head. Let's do the halos. But as I got the first few down, I'm like, oh, okay, this is like super manageable. And yeah, I do like the silver of the F1 official F1 car. I don't know if that comes out very well. It's a bit overexposed, maybe. Do I have jaundice? My hands look very yellow. I think the white balance of my lights is more on the orange side. I prefer that than a blue, like very sharp blue. It's a bit more relaxing for me. Yeah. What are your favorite car brands? Do you have any? Clash of Clans, amazing. I mean, probably. They're getting there. I mean, they went big with the Fortnite sets. I kind of want to get the half, what is it, like anatomical banana guy, because I love like the ribs and the guts. Yeah. Okay, let's do wheels. Yeah, I mean, they've done Fortnite. They've done Minecraft. I don't know if they've done Angry Birds. Have they done Angry Birds? That would be a finished Lego, technically. Yeah, I mean, maybe they've done Angry Birds. Let's organize this in order. Nice. Head, 4 wheels. Yeah, I think I like this approach better. So side pod. Let's assemble this guy. Yeah, it is. I actually drove past it to go to this verkkokauppa.com store. And it had like the figures, like I don't know if they were life size or bigger than life size. I have applied for a job there. But yeah. Competitive market. Okay, so let's put these into the chassis. And then we can line them all up and then we can assemble one by one. I like this approach. This is nice. Things organized neatly, I think, is the hashtag. Oh, or do I want to do this? Yeah, let's incorporate the chassis in the middle. Yeah, it is. Rovio. I don't know what's happened to them. There was another company, Next Games, that was purchased by Netflix. It was really funny. I tried to buy some shares of Next Games just as I think just before the merger, and then it was like rejected and refunded the purchase because I guess the shares then belonged to Netflix, so they weren't public anymore. Something like that. Or you had to have like some permission to buy the shares. Yeah. Is Max Payne Finnish as well? I think Max Payne is Finnish. Did you watch the movie with Mark Wahlberg? He's great. Everything he touches is gold. And then what other Finnish games? My Summer Car. I haven't played that yet. And then I think they tried to do like a mökki simulator, like a cottage simulator. I haven't seen what's involved. I am missing the. Where did that go? There is a. Where's the Hass? Ferrari, no. Aaron. Aston Martin. What? I'm going through all the boxes looking for the leftover bit. It's basically this little triangle piece. I have 2 boxes on my left. Let's see. Hass, there we go. This is the missing piece. Goes that way. In order of front to back. Beautiful. And do I have Mercedes? Yes, I do. And it's a black. They gave me a silver triangular piece. They want a black one. Interesting. Huh. Oh no, this is Hass. Hass is silver. I am not doing the well today. Okay, where did the black one come from? You know what? These all just go into one bag. My city to Helsinki, it's 2,500 kilometers, 30 hours of, yeah. Oh, look, you know, it's not like, it's not that far, like 30 hours, if you break it down into chunks of, let's say 8. Now, what is that? 4 8s is 32, right? So it's like 4 days, less than 4 days if you drive like 7.5 hours each day. If you want to break it down to 6 hours, that's 5 days. 5 hours, that's 6 days. And like you could stop in a couple of cities. So in a week, you could go from where you are to Helsinki. It depends which route you take. The main thing is getting from continental Europe to not continental Europe to like Finland. Because it's kind of weird. I don't know if like driving through Moscow was a thing anymore. I don't know if it's still a thing. I don't know if you can do that now. But that was an option. You could go up that way through to get to Helsinki. But yeah, it's I think that's limited now for most of Europe. But yeah, you can go up through like the Baltic states, through Poland, and then Lithuania, Latvia, Estonia, and then take the ferry. You can drive up to Germany and then take a ferry, and then that's like 15 hours for that ferry crossing. Or you can drive up to, as I said, Denmark and then Sweden, and then from Sweden go across to Finland. And then, of course, it goes to Turku, which is in the west. And then you got to drive east. And that's like, well, it's only like a 2-hour drive. Yeah. But it's further than you realize. Like even flying, like London to Helsinki is 2.5, 3 hours, something like that. Flying to Paris is like 2.5, 3 hours. Don't know about Berlin if it's under 2. It's, yeah, a bit further than we think. It feels super close because I don't know if there's like optical distortion from the maps or the way they do maps. And And yeah, I'm not very good at figuring that stuff out, but it is, yeah, it's a drive. I would fly personally, but unless you want to like really drive, have a driving trip through Europe, then it's definitely like give it a go. There's so many good places to stop along the way, especially if you're going through like France. So I think France, I don't know if it's better to go through Germany or France. I have to look at my map. Probably through Germany is easier. It's shorter through Germany. I put this backwards. Yeah, and then unless you want to eat, and then through France. But I'm sure there's good food in Germany too. I haven't been there in a while, so hey, 3 cars, sort of neatly organized. Well, let's assemble them. I kind of want the space back. Halo. Let's do the wheels last. Front wing. This guy's a bit tricky, so I'll put him on first. Alpine. Pop. And on you go. And we're going to do the side pieces. I kind of organized them backwards. Whoops. So that would be better off here. Okie doke. Slowly we're getting there. Hey. Alpine. These roll really nice. I do love the pink on the Alpine. I'm a bit unfortunate about the way the team has gone. Like, it's kind of sad. They were a great team. Then there was some issues. Yeah, but it would be nice to see them have a good shot in this decade. Like in the 90s, they were Benetton. I don't know what they were before Benetton, if they were like Tyrrell or something. No, I think that was Mercedes. They were Benetton, and then they became Renault, and that's when Alonso won 2 world championships. And then they became like Lotus. And then there was like 2 Lotus teams, because there was one of the back markers was called Lotus. And then I think it was like Lotus Racing versus Lotus or something. It was, yeah. Another car. Yeah, look at that. The black and silver and with the red. Oh, that's very cool. It's like it's driving at the camera. Yeah, they were. And then they became Renault again. And then they became Alpine. And I don't know if they're staying Alpine. So Renault is like, I think they've backed out of funding the team. They spent so much money and they weren't getting anywhere. Like there's a points to cost ratio, like how much it costs to get each point. And yeah, they were spending a lot of money for no points, basically. And I don't know how it works with the whole budget cap now. Like, I think it's 100 and something, 60 million maybe. And I think that's what you can spend on the whole operations, teams, parts, etc. But then the 3 most expensive people you can pay outside of the cap. So I don't know, like Red Bull's paying Max like 20 million or plus or something. I don't know how many million he gets per year. But that's not counted towards the cap, because the guy's getting like 5 million a year. That's a big chunk of their operational budget. So yeah, it's interesting shift. All right. On we go with Mercedes. Yeah, but I don't know. It's quite interesting with the way that money works and how much they have to spend to look at their success. because also where they finish affects their prize money and how much money they make. How much they have to find money versus how much they get. And like, for example, Ferrari have a pretty sweet deal because they've been in the sport from the beginning, basically in the form that it is. And I guess even earlier too. And they get like this legacy payment on top of their prize winning, wherever they finish in the competition, just because they've been around for 75 plus years now. Is it 80 years now? It's incredible. Yeah, they are sadly not doing as well as I'd like. I think they have the talent. I don't know what the stoppage is there. There's talk about like corporate culture, company culture, the way decisions are made, but you know, Formula One is so complex. Like the variables, even just in team management, have an impact on the circuit, on the race. The preparation. I think there was a point in time where Williams racing, when I think this is James Vowles, the current team principal, went over from Mercedes. He was saying how they were Mercedes. Speaking of Mercedes, well, we'll do Williams next. He was saying how they were running off like one Excel spreadsheet to manage all of their manufacturing timelines, constructions, you name it. And that's insane. There are some good videos about like, I think Red Bull did one. It's like, how do we make this bolt, like this single bolt? And everything that goes into making that bolt is nuts. From the design to the fabrication, the lead times you need to understand. Like there's so many logistical coordination magic that has to happen. And it's like a science, you know, like they've really worked that stuff out. Because you just have to be on time at the right time. So you need to understand how long things take, lead times, when you have to start designing or preparing something, prototyping. And now with the budget caps, you can't, like, Mercedes was so good because they would just throw millions at the problem. There'd be something wrong with the car. You know, they'd throw like however many tens of millions, and overnight, it looked overnight, but it's like, you know, in a month, they would redevelop the car. Brand new chassis, brand new aero, and they would have spent a lot of time on CFD, is it computational fluid dynamics, to calculate optimum designs. So they do a lot of, what's great now with the computers, you're doing a lot of pre-design before you actually get there. I don't know how much that's ticking over into manufacturing. If like, I think they do CFD, stress testing, all this stuff on different components. And of course you've got to make the thing and then drive it, because the other factor is like, I don't know how well you can simulate noise and vibration. So a lot of manufacturers have like test circuits which are trying to replicate different conditions. And actually a lot of people come to the Nordics. Williams. I don't know if they come to Finland. Yeah, okay. So this is like the Duracell battery logo. It's very cute. I like that detail. It's a very nice touch. And last one, second Red Bull team, VCarb, Cash App. No, what were they called that year? So, yeah, they'll come and drive their cars in the winter here, -30. And I think one winter I was driving at 3 a.m. and these two Audis went past and they had the zebra paint job or stickers job, and that's meant to disguise the cars. I think Red Bull did, they sort of call it like camouflage. So Red Bull did a camo version back in 2016, 17. I loved it. It was like dark blue with black to hide what was going on with the car. It was so nice. I kind of wish that was their main livery, but of course, like, you got to put your sponsors. So that's a restriction for you. Okay. wing on. Oh, that's backwards. Yeah, it really gives the effect of the slope, down slope of a wing. Let's put the side pods on. I think it was like the 2020 cars. I loved them because they had this like Coke bottle. I think Mercedes had it because so Mercedes ran a longer chassis to have a more stable, I think it was like a stable aero platform underneath to balance the pressure under the car or something like that. And they tapered the back really like tightly in, and the floor stuck out. It was gorgeous. It looked like this like very slender Coke bottle shape. And if you could like, I don't know, like put aerodynamics into a form, that was kind of the thing. All right. We are done with this guy. So we have all 12. How do we lay these out? So we have McLaren. We have Red Bull. I think Mercedes is doing third. And then Ferrari maybe. Okay. Can put F1 Academy and F1 there. I think Haas is doing pretty well. I don't know if they're doing better than Aston. Well, Sauber is still here. Sauber's somewhere there. I don't know if Aston's doing better, and I don't know if we're Red Bull. Maybe let's just do it this way. And then we have Williams and Alpine. I think Williams is, yeah, no. Carlos Sainz is the same number of points as Lewis Hamilton. Oh, it's so sad. It's sad. I'm sad for Lewis. Mini racing cars. You mean like remote control cars? Yeah. Nice. Hey, we have all 12. That would be, yeah, really cool. I guess you could customize them and mix and match colors and make a very fun hybrid. Should we do a starting grid? Should I get some paper? Should I draw out the starting positions? Yeah, let's do that. I'll get some paper. One sec. Okay. Oh, that's kind of satisfying. Yeah, I love it. I mean, I have so there's a Japanese company called Kyosho, and they do big remote control cars. They also do this series called the Mini Z. And I had I think I'll need more paper at this rate. They had a Mini Z Formula One car, so I have a Mini Z McLaren. And then I had a Tamiya, I think it was like F102 chassis, and that was my, I love that. That was my like favorite remote control car, and like I painted the body and all this stuff, and yeah. Now there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Hey, we have a grid. So you guys can watch from here. Yeah, I don't know how big that series is now. I don't know if they do like, so these are 1 to 10 scale cars that I was racing, and then the Mini Zs are like 1 to 24 scale. So they're quite small. Does that fit in the video? And I think now, so Mini Z, that whole mini thing, I don't know if Kyosho really started it, but now there's a bunch of companies who make miniature RC cars. And yeah, people do like their own leagues and stuff. And you can race them on like foam yoga tiles that clip together. And that's the surface. I think there's also other surfaces available. Yeah, but ooh, this is cute. Okay, Ferrari. Let's put the Williams there. Oh, let's do Mercedes. And then we can go Williams. And then maybe this guy. Aston Martin Alpine Haas Sauber. Oh, sorry, my dude. Yeah, it's really cool. I'd love to get into it, but it's. I mean, that's the other thing. I could service one of my mini cars. I tried to make a drifter, so I bought like special wheels and stuff, but I just haven't had the space. I could go to a circuit and try like on a drift track. Hey, look at that. Let's do this. Let's pull this a bit in. We have a full grid ready to start for the Grand Prix this weekend. Yeah. Oh, nice. No, I think like most clubs. No, I don't know how it would work there, but most likely there's a club that manages that circuit, and you would be able to. Sometimes the clubs will host like beginner nights, and you can go there with your car. And sometimes there's just like free practice sessions throughout the week, and you just pay to use the circuit. So that's how it works in one of the tracks near here. And the ones that are like outdoors, you can just go anytime and use them. In Australia, it was like that. In Malaysia, it was like that. Everywhere else I've been, like if it's a public circuit, unless you need to pay to get in, you can basically just go and use the track, bring your car. The one thing about these tracks is, especially battery-powered cars, this is where nitromethane mixed with, I don't know, was some other oil, and you could basically just go to a track, bring as many battery packs as you had, charged up, and then race. And you'll get like, I don't know, at the time it was like 5 minutes of racing. And you can only get better by practicing. So yeah, unless there's like some safety issues there and you have to pass like certain safety rules, like for example, this is illegal, they wouldn't be in the middle. Like you've got to pass certain safety courses to know what's up. What are the rules of the track? Don't walk on the track when there's thingies there. Like, if your car flips, you got to pick it up, put your hand up. So yeah, but I don't know if you're interested. We can build an RC car 1 to 10 scale. I've got a few. Might not video the painting, but we can build live a set. I have a mini. It's a Alfa Romeo Giulietta, and we can build that chassis. It's a very nice. It's a MO6 Tamiya MO6. So this is like a 1 to 12 scale. But we can build one, and Tamiya is a really good starting kit if you want to build from scratch. One tip is to buy their screwdrivers because they have this JIS ISO standard screw heads. And so if you use a regular Phillips, you'll like, it's like the difference is they're shallow, so they'll strip out. I think I've talked about this before, but yeah, it's definitely something worth getting. Yeah, I did when I was a teenager. That was my thing. Playing guitar and building remote control cars. And Lego I had, but Lego was hard to get in the 90s, and it was really expensive. And there weren't that many sets. And I think I was around when Lego had a dip. And what came back from that was Bionicle. Bionicle was something that came up in the early 2000s, and that kind of revived Lego. And then I think this is from memory, and then I think some partnerships and stuff, and they just went nuts after that. And then basically all the kids that played with Lego in the 70s and 80s became parents and adults with disposable income. But I would, maybe another session we can go through my remote control cars. But I have the Mini Zs. I have two. Actually, I have three here. Actually, I have four. I have 2 drift cars, and one buggy and one key van, like a key car, like the van, little Subaru Samba van. And then I've got a Formula E chassis which we can build. That's actually that I've been meaning to build that one. Maybe, I don't know if I need some certain tools, but we can check it out as we go. But that might be a fun one to build because it's got inboard suspension like an F1 car. So like the shocks at the front and the back, perpendicular with the car, parallel with the car. So yeah, it's pretty fun. And yeah, we should do that. But I think it is time for me to take a rest. And it's been so lovely hanging out with everyone. I look forward to seeing you at the next stream. Let's see. I need to be regular with this stuff. Yeah. I'll try and get a schedule. But let's see what my body tells me. I'm listening to my body a lot more these days and not telling it what to do, but asking it what it needs, which is a very big shift. So I'm really grateful to do that. Yeah, but until next time, have a wonderful rest. Look after yourself. Take it easy. Safe driving if you're driving to Finland. And see you next time. Bye-bye.